All right, so welcome back, everyone. We are looking at Mech.Game's weekly leaderboard contest, what the prizes are, and how to get them. So as you can see on the screen, we've got 1 ETH worth of giveaways between NFTs and USD each week. We've been running these very successfully for the last 2 weeks already. Only really been promoting this inside the Discord for current owners or future scholars, but thought we would make this video, get a bit of that word out there, and see if anyone else that was sort of on the sidelines or forgot they minted a Genesis NFT quite a while ago. Just a bit of an update of what you can currently do in the play to earn, play and earn environment that we have with Mech.Game. At the end of this as well, going to go through a bit of a brief rundown of sort of what we have done over the last couple of months and what's in progress for working. So as you can see on the screen here, we've got that 1 ETH worth of giveaways. We've got Genesis Mechs, Combat Drones, and Stronghold NFTs. Now the difference between the two leaderboards, the one on the left, which is the weekly Web3 leaderboard, that's for people that own Genesis Mechs and are playing their Genesis Mechs. Now they can get played once a day. They can also use shield generators and XP boosters. And then we have the weekly Web2 leaderboard. Now those are for people that are on the sidelines or people that don't own a mech themselves and want to jump in and just play, try the game out. Again, you can go to the Google Play Store, just download the Mech app, and then create your account on the rental server. Make sure that your wallet is connected so we can send you those prizes if you do happen to get in the top 10 each week. And that's it. You can jump in and play and try for free. So let's have a look at what those prizes are on the leaderboard, and then we'll have a look at what's been happening and what's happening in the near future. All right, so let's have a look at what those prizes look like, where you can see them on OpenSea. So on this first screen that we've got here, we've got the Genesis Mechs. Now this is the prize for 1 to 3 on the Web3 side, and for the Web2 leaderboard, which is the one that's free to play, top spot's also going to get a Genesis Mech. Now this is a great way to get involved and into the mech ecosystem if you don't currently own a mech. Also, we'll be giving away the drones, which is on the next slide here. That'll be the next tier down on the leaderboards. And finally, we've got our Stronghold collection, which is minted on Poly. Again, if you do own mechs and you haven't minted your Stronghold, there was a snapshot taken. We've left that mint open for quite a while. We'll give some more warning before we do close that mint, but we are going to have to close it at some point. There is multiple notifications there in the Discord and some info about how to mint those free strongholds if you did hold a Genesis Mech at the time of snapshot. All right, let's have a look at the last part before I'll grab the app open and show you how to look at the leaderboards inside the game client itself. And we're going to have a look at our current updates and what's currently being worked on as well. All right, so current updates. These are things that have been deployed over the last couple of months. I've been working in the background, just doing a bit of a brief recap for anyone who may have missed. So we've had the testing phase finish for mobile, and we've launched on Google Play Store. Now, since we've been launched on Google Play, we've also pushed a couple of major updates, like leaderboards in the last one. I think that was last month, which has all gone fairly smoothly. We've got a game testing channel over in the Mech Discord, and there's a form there as well if you're experiencing any bugs. Again, when you download the app, you'll see that we are in a very alpha stage, still testing and making sure we get a very stable product before we move further along with more play to earn. So the leaderboards also have been live for the last 2 weeks. Thank you to all the players from Web 2 and Web 3, so mech owners and other people that have come in and been playing and testing that for us. We are in a spot now that we can launch this one to the public. Fingers crossed, no bugs that we haven't seen yet. First balancing patch, which is the major one, which happened last month. I don't know if anyone's even noticed it. It has been live since Monday. I'm going to go more into detail about this, but basically it opens up the ability for us to be able to create either NFTs or Web 2 things that will change stats on mechs, which brings a whole different level of gameplay and game theory into what we're doing with mechs. and how they work, which weapons you're going to choose, a whole lot of stuff. Won't get into it now, but we worked quite hard on it. It was basically balancing all the metadata that we had to work with, we couldn't change because they'd already been generated, and making all the different mech classes basically made sure that none were too overpowered. We had a pretty big problem there with Goliath just having 3 times as much HP as everything else, which was never going to work. Won't get into too much more of that, but things were being worked on, I guess, at the moment is a rental contract. So that's the ability to rent mechs out and profit sharing. Our own marketplace where we'll be able to distribute portions of those fees to things like liquidity and also putting it back into the play to earn treasury. Web 2 and 3 token swaps. Now, anyone who has been playing knows that you are receiving credit points, which you can then spend in-game at the moment through the in-game store on XP and shield generators. At some point when we do release the token, they are going to be or a form of that will be what you'll be able to swap into mech token, which you'll be able to spend on breeding, upgrades to mechs, things like that, or take out to your external wallet. And I guess that brings us into the last point here, where the mech token generation event and the P2E integration with the actual token itself still being worked on. Everyone knows the SEC little war on crypto they had a while ago, naming pretty much every gaming token on Binance, every major one anyway. So we've had to be very careful speaking to lawyers and things like that. Also just getting any sort of new guidance that has been coming out. So working on everything and all the infrastructure around a play to earn ecosystem that does have a token, and then waiting to push the button once that's all finished. So still working on all those things simultaneously in the background, as well as a lot of balancing patches. So that's what's been happening. That's what's coming soon. Again, it is taking quite a while. Do appreciate the patience of all of our mech holders, but wanting to make sure we get things right and not rush things. So let's jump into the app now. We'll have a look at what the leaderboards look like inside the app, and a bit of a run through on the free Web 2 mech. And then, yeah, hope to see you guys in game. All right, so let's have a look. Bottom left, we've got the leaderboard screen that we'll have a look at here. Now, inside here, there'll be the Web 2 and the Web 3 leaderboards. So the first one that pops up on the left is the Web 2, and these are all the players that are currently competing for the Web 2 leaderboard. All the mechs that you own and your one Web 2 free to play will pop up in that yellow and be highlighted. You can also filter them out on the right hand side where it says My Mechs, and you'll be able to see where your mechs stand at any point, and these are all live leaderboard ladders. You can see on the right hand side time until the leaderboard reset. Now that's Monday midnight UTC time, and that does run week to week, and will reset from there. Prizes normally sent out within the next sort of 3 days once we've made sure all the data is correct, and then with some of the things like the drones and the Genesis mechs, just depending on when ETH gas fees aren't too outrageous. Again, when you jump into here, you can go through and select your mech. These are all the NFT mechs that I have, and the 69 default is the free-to-play mech. So anyone who is playing on free-to-play will be able to use this mech, and this one does not have a cooldown. You can use this one over and over again on the Web 2 leaderboard each day, and you can play that as many times as you like for the week. We'll run through this now. We'll speed this up so you don't have to watch me play 5 minutes worth of mech. But this just gives a very quick overview of where we've come so far. You go through, target each of the different enemies, and then use those guns on the right hand side and the left hand side down the bottom. Current best strat seems to be unloading all of your bullets and then reloading in between waves, and then when the next one comes out, unloading as much as you can. A lot of it is picking which enemies that will do more damage. Scoring is based on efficiency, so how far you get through the most waves and how quickly you get through those waves as well. So I'll speed this up and we'll have a look at that end screen in a second. So that wraps up the run through with the free mech. You can see down the bottom right hand corner, we've got the Web 2 mission score for 2,374. Now that's how much I got for that run itself. And then the Web 2 leaderboard score, the 3,852 is the total cumulative score that I've got from playing this mech. So all the free-to-play players, this is what the screen that you're going to be looking at, seeing your best runs and then adding them all up to see if you can make the top of that leaderboard on top 10 for prizes in general. Hope that was a bit of a run through. Went a little bit longer than I expected. Any questions, reach out in the Mech Discord and hope to see you guys topping those leaderboards. All right, catch yous.